Abundant sunshine and blue skies across the area. We're going to scan the shores of Port Clinton down to Marblehead, where we've got clear skies, gorgeous visibility, and some of those midsummer vibes up toward Put-in-Bay Harbor and down toward Sandusky, where it's a busy time of the year. Many of the boats up there on Lake Erie. It's been smooth sailing through the course of the day, although we had thicker clouds early in the day. All the storm activities now along and south of the Ohio River. Severe thunderstorm watch as storms that are on the strong side do move into West Virginia, and that is part of that front or that system that it flushed south of us yesterday through the evening and overnight hours. Dry conditions is what we have on Doppler radar. Expect it will stay that way the rest of the evening. And as we look forward to your Friday, if you're thinking some golf out there, round number 2 for the Dana Open. Mid-80s, and I expect the vast majority of the day will be dry. Mostly sunny skies, very slim chance, less than a 30% chance of an isolated storm. Should take us into the mid-80s as we go through the afternoon. Most areas, even with that sun now returning late in the day, have made it through the upper 70s, close to 80 degrees on the southern edge of the viewing area. And here's what's on tap for the weekend. Increasing chances of storms. An isolated late day storm Friday. Much better chances of storms as we get into Saturday. And always this time of the year, watching for severe weather. We don't expect anything widespread, but yesterday a good example on what can happen this time of the year. Let's bring in meteorologist John Birchfield. And John, amazed at some of the reports that have been coming in, especially towards Chicago. What's the latest on some of those confirmed tornadoes yesterday?
Yeah, Chris, it was certainly an active day, and we're seeing over a dozen preliminary tornado reports. Many of those occurred in northern Illinois near the Chicago metro. Of those 12, 8 have been confirmed by the National Weather Service, and those storm surveys are still ongoing. But what the NWS has found is several damage reports indicative of EF1 plus. That means 110-mile-per-hour winds on some of these supercells that produced confirmed tornadoes. 7 of the 8 occurred near the Chicago metro, and 1 a little too close to home. In Colon, Michigan, an EF1 was verified from yesterday. That had wind speeds peaking at 90 miles an hour, and this storm rolled into Hillsdale. This tornado touched down almost directly near a storage and warehouse facility, and thus it did do some damage near Colon, Michigan. Again, an EF1 with 90-mile-per-hour wind speeds, and that was just 30 miles to the west of Hillsdale. Very close for comfort. Here's a look at the radar loop from yesterday, showing you those storms that eventually weakened as they approached Lenawee County. And we do have some scattered storms that could return to the picture, mainly Friday evening. Not expecting severe weather, but as we head towards Saturday, could be talking more widespread rain chances, Chris. Not going to be a washout of a weekend, but we'll keep an eye on a few stronger storms.
John, we'll admit, yesterday was unusual with how it was all set up. This weekend, a little higher confidence that if we see a few stronger storms, mainly just some gusty winds going to be the big risk.
Yeah, yesterday certainly had a lot of ingredients. This weekend, not so much, but heavy rainfall potential with any of those thunderstorm cells that do form.
And I do think that it's going to be the biggest threat. Some heavier rain potential and some gusty winds with a few of those downpours. John, appreciate that update there. That's going to be the storm risk for Saturday. It's going to be isolated strong storms, not anything that's going to be widespread. And I do expect it could come in 2 different rounds. One that scoots through the area in the morning, some afternoon and evening showers and storms that could include those gusty winds and some of those torrential downpours. That atmosphere really going to be juiced up on Saturday for the likelihood of some areas of heavier rain. Tonight, mostly clear. Could get a little patchy fog after midnight. Look for that into early Friday morning. 63 is the overnight low. Into Friday afternoon, mid-80s, partly sunny skies. Most of the day likely to be dry. Brief chance of an isolated thunder shower. I don't expect it's going to ruin any outdoor plans. Better chance of storms is on Saturday. Right around the mid-80s. At this time of the year, you just expect it to be humid. It will stay humid into the weekend. Mid to upper 80s on Sunday. Another storm chance out there Monday of next week. Right around 84 for the high. And then dry weather Tuesday and Wednesday with some additional scattered showers and storms. Thursday and Friday of next week, keeping our highs right around the mid-80s. That's a look at your 10-day forecast. Melissa, back over.